following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. It was not a good night if you were a New York Yankee fan. The Boston Red Sox, chronic underachievers in 1978, at least on this night, did not underachieve. They pound the Yankees 16-4. Dwight Evans got the fireworks started in the Bronx with an RBI double. Butch Hobson in the second, a two-run single, 3-0 after two. Then in the third, Jim Rice doubles home Jerry Remy to make it 4-0. Carl Yastrzemski, who'll drive in 4 all told, hits his 12th of the year, a two-run shot, 6-0 after three. In the fourth, that man Yaz gets his third RBI of the game. His single scores Rick Burleson, 7-0. Carlton Fisk singles home Jerry Remy, 8-0. We go to the fifth. Jim Rice takes Dick Tidrow deep again, a 3-run shot. His 36th home run of the year, 11-0 after 5. The Yankees woke up in the sixth. Chris Chambliss singles home Lou Piniella, 11-1 Boston. But the Red Sox put 3 more on the Yankees in the seventh. A sac fly from Jerry Remy. Carl Yastrzemski singles home Butch Hobson. And Carlton Fisk singled home Rick Burleson. 14-1 in the top of the seventh. Thurman Munson with a single in the bottom of the seventh to make it 14-2. Then a Butch Hobson double, 16-2 in the eighth. Paul Blair's 2-run homer in the bottom of the ninth didn't matter. The Red Sox pound out 21 hits and score 16. They beat the Yankees 16-4, and these two teams play next on Retro Sports Network. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball Replay 1978. Today, Thursday, August 8th, it is the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. Presented by DigitalDice.com, the best podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, or iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. It's Mike Torres for the Red Sox and Jim Beatty for the Yankees. Well, I think for the Red Sox season, where it comes down to woulda, coulda, and shoulda, they still kind of have a chance. Not a great one. It's 8.5 games behind the Yankees, but these are the games they have to win. And Mike Torres, who the Red Sox signed in the offseason, is on the mound for Boston. He was the last one to award 21 before Roger Clemens. Jim Beatty's looking for his 4th win of the year. His ERA is close to 5. And if the Red Sox, who've won 4 straight, continue to play hot baseball, they can kind of almost make a race out of this. Certainly make life easier for the Milwaukee Brewers and the Baltimore Orioles. Now, for the Yankees, they're as healthy as they're going to be all year. They got Reggie Jackson in right. They got Roy White as a DH. Mickey Rivers, Willie Randolph, Chris Chambliss. It goes on and on and on. There's a reason why this Yankee team won 100 games. They're still in good place for it. They're 61-45 going into game 107. But they need to put teams away because they're not going to have the Brewers or the Orioles in a locked and steady position until well into September. So it's August 3rd. Hope you got your crayons and your pencils to fill out some scorecards. And it's time for baseball. It's the Yankees and the Red Sox next on Retro Sports Network. Okay. You do that, Lorenzo. So Jim Beatty, 3-6 on the year with an ERA of 4.78. He's making his 14th start. He's got 8 left. He has lost his last 4 decisions. But against the Red Sox in his previous start, 7 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, all earned. He walked 1 and struck out 6 and had no decision. Red Sox and hot baseball, an oxymoron. Go Giants. So Beatty's last start was against the Twins on July 30th. He went 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 1 and struck out 2. Overall, 75 in the third innings, 86 hits. He's already given up his real-life number of 8 home runs, 44 runs in total, 40 earned, 28 walks and 36 strikeouts. His last win came against the Blue Jays on May 26th. So he certainly is due for that. He's a fastball pitcher at 90 and does not feature the ground ball or the fly ball. Rick Burleson will lead off for the Red Sox. He'll play short. Jerry Remy at second will bat second. Jim Rice in left. He's having an MVP year. Will hit third. Carl Yastrzemski at first cleans up. Carlton Fisk behind the plate will bat fifth. Freddie Lynn is in center field. He'll bat sixth. Jack Brohammer, your DH, he'll go seventh. Dwight Evans in right will bat eighth, and Butch Hobson at third will bat ninth. Mike Torres is on the mound. Defensively for the Yankees, Jay Johnstone is a 2, but a 7 arm in left. That's not terrible. Mickey Rivers is an 8 and a 5 in center. Reggie Jackson liking the fact that Billy Martin's on a forced vacation, a 6 and 8 in right. Craig Dennels a 10 at third. Bucky Dent a 6 at short. Willie Randolph a 7 at second. And Chris Chambliss a 10 at first. Thurman Munson, by the way, a 9 and an 8 behind the plate. And Jim Beatty is a 7 on the mound with a .923 fielding percentage. I'm playing the Red Sox or the road team. The computers are going to manage the Yankees. 82 degrees. The wind is blowing in at 9 from left center. And Beatty can only throw about 95 pitches. But that Yankee pen is good, which is more than we can say for the Red Sox pen. Burleson at 209, 2 homers and 32 RBI. And the ball game starts with strike 3. He swung on and missed a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 out for Remy at 304. A homer and 36 RBI. And there's a fly ball to right. Jackson in the corner, 2 out. So Beatty getting the start that he was looking for. Here's Jim Rice at 324, 36 home runs, and 104 RBI. He's got an OPS of 1014. Pitch to Rice is into center field. Rivers will have it hit the wall. Rice is going to dig for third. Going to run on Rivers' arm, and Rice is going to be in there. Randolph had the relay, and Rice slid past the tag and held onto the bag. So it's a triple for Rice and 1 out, or 2 out. First hit for the Red Sox. Here's Carl Yastrzemski at 290, 12 homers and 47 RBI. Pitch from Beatty is a ground ball to Chambliss. Takes it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Red Sox strand a runner on third and do not score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Half an inning in the books. It's the Red Sox nothing. Here come the Yankees. So Mike Torres, who is having a better year than in real life, is 9 and 9. With a 3.53 ERA, making start 23. He'll make 13 more after today. He played on the Yankees in 77 in his 1 start against New York this year. 5 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 1. His last time on the mound was the 28th, so 5 days ago against Kansas City. And he was shellacked. 7 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned. He walked 6 and struck out 1 and somehow had no decision. 155 in the 3rd innings, 157 hits. 6 homers allowed, 67 runs, 61 earned. He's walked 55 and struck out 61. And this will be the lineup that he'll face. Mickey Rivers in center field will lead it off. Willie Randolph will bat second and play second. Thurman Munson behind the plate goes third. Reggie Jackson cleans up in right field. Chris Chambliss at first will bat fifth. Craig Dennels at third goes sixth. Roy White, the DH, will bat seventh. Jay, I Love My Budweiser Johnstone in left will go 8th, and Bucky Dent will bat 9th. Beatty threw 16 pitches in the first. Defensively for Boston, Jim Rice is a 6-6 in left. Freddie Lynn a 10-6 in center. Dwight Evans a 10-8 in right. The infield, Butch Hobson a 6 at third. Rick Burleson a 9 at short. Jerry Remy a 6 at second. Carl Yastrzemski a 6 at first. Carlton Fisk is an 8-7 behind the plate. And Torres, who is referred to as Turkey Torres by our fans, an 8 on the mound with a .953 fielding percentage. Rivers at 310. 5 homers and 31 RBI. Lorenzo trying to get banned. Tribe fan, how are you? Jim Rice hit a triple and was left on. Pitch to Rivers, and there's a slow roller to Burleson. Across the way, Rivers can run, and he beats it out. You're just getting on me for being a Red Sox fan. I know that. So Rivers with this infield single. Here's Randolph. No, John McEnroe, I cannot be serious. Randolph at 275, 2 homers and 24 RBI. Throw to first, Rivers back. Randolph tries to steal first. You can't do that, Willie. Pitch to Randolph is a balk. Well, there you go, Mike. Mike didn't stop, and Dave Gardner awards Mickey Rivers second base. So there still has not been a pitch to Randolph yet. Threatening violence at me. Jeez, is that what you do in California? Maybe that's what you do with the guys that steal your raisins. All right, Tribe fan, do it okay. Decided to take on researching the Wu-Tang Clan hip-hop group for a trivia game tonight. Tribe fan does pub trivia. I hope they focus on the individuals rather than themselves at a group. Well, you're one ahead of me, buddy. Pitch to Randolph is a ground ball to Burleson, and he tags Rivers for the out. So Rivers got a jump, and Burleson said, "Who? I gotcha." 1 out for Munson at 262. 2 homers and 51 RBI. Remember, doubleheader tomorrow, 11:30 a.m., 8:30 Pacific, for the Pirates and the Phillies in the battle of first place in the National League East. Pitch to Munson. Ground ball to Burleson, might be 2. Remy for 1 over to Yaz, and that should do it. So 6-4-3. No runs, a hit, no errors. After 1, the Red Sox and Yankees are scoreless in the Bronx. I think it does come with pan-fried noodles, Lorenzo. Give me Carlton Fisk, Freddie Lynn, and Jack Brohammer for Boston in the second. Pudge at 288, 16 homers and 62 RBI. Pitch to Fisk, struck him out. Beatty got him to swing and miss at a breaking ball at 78, 1 away. Second strikeout brings up Lynn. 286, 13 homers and 58 RBI. 81 degrees here in the Bronx. Wind blowing in from left center at 9. Lynn in the right, but snared by Chambliss for the out. 2 away. Jack Brohammer at 293, a homer, and just like me, in 20 RBI. Lorenzo pretending to be upset. Don't forget, San Francisco Giants baseball continues Thursday. Time to be determined. Pitch to from Beatty is a ground ball to Dent deep in the hole. He's got to hurry over to Chambliss, and Brohammer is out by an eyelash. A bang-bang play, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. After an inning and a half, the Red Sox and Yankees are still scoreless. So Reggie at 298, 17 homers and 59 RBI. And unless you are a left-handed batter, like Reggie Jackson, this park is playing big. Reggie into right, but Evans will ride the Schwinn, and that's one out. Chris Chambliss at 274, 7 homers and 59 RBI. Yeah, Wu-Tang Clan is a real group. Funny, one of the members is named Old Dirty Bastard. So your pan fried noodles joke is another level for you if you want. Pitch to Chambliss is a ground ball to Yaz. He'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So 2 out for Nettles, who's also having an MVP year. 324, 19 homers, and 67 RBI. Torres kicks and fires, and there's a base hit into center field. Nettles going for 2. The throw to Burleson, not in time. So a 2-out double brings up Roy White at 256, 4 homers and 24 RBI. Pitch to White is a base hit right field. Evans will pick it up. Yaz got a late jump. Nettles will score, and the Yankees are up 1-0. And that'll bring up Jay Johnstone at 222, no homers and 2 RBI. Had 65 at-bats for the Yankees in 78. Jay Johnstone made a career, kind of like a poor man's Bob Uecker, wouldn't you say? Pitch to Johnstone, struck him out. Torres got him to swing and miss an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. And after 2, the Yankees get a run. Nettles will score. It's on 2 hits and no errors. After 2, it's 1-0 New York. Actually, Lorenzo, you're older than Clinton. JT Dutch, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Here's Dwight Evans at 203, 12 homers and 48 RBI. Pitch to Evans, ball 4. I think Lorenzo's got them both beat too. Hobson at 245. Evans actually can steal. We're not going to, but he can. Hobson at 245. 11 homers and 52 RBI. See, that's what happens when you mess with youth in America. We're honest. Throw to first, Evans back, and he's no longer a threat to steal. Beatty delivers, and Hobson struck out. A 1-2 on the inside corner. That's 3 for Jim through 9 batters. We can get along. You're the one that antagonizes me. 2 1/3 innings, 9 batters, and 37 pitches from Beatty. He's allowed a hit, no runs, just the triple by Rice, a walk and 3 strikeouts. Burleson struck out to start the ball game. He's 0 for 1. 1-0 Yankees here in the 3rd. In the right center field. Burleson's going to have 2, and Evans stops at 3rd. This is an ageless zone. We all tell fart jokes and like it. That stuff doesn't matter here. So Remy at the plate. Evans on 3rd, Burleson on 2nd. Remy's 0 for 1. And that's up the middle, a base hit. Evans will score, Burleson will score, and the Red Sox go up 2-1. Brings up Rice, who tripled his 10th of the year. 1 for 1. It's cloudy, but it hasn't rained here in Burlington, Clinton, since this morning. It might rain a little bit this afternoon, so you should be all right, but it really hasn't rained here since about 6 o'clock. It's now 12:18 Eastern Time. Pitch to Rice is a long shot to left field and gone. So the Red Sox put up 4 here in the 3rd on Rice's 37th of the year. Here it is again, and that was just launched. JT Dutch in Southern California says it's going to be over 100. I think where Lorenzo is in Central, I bet it's going to be that warm too. So a 4 spot for Boston, 1 out for Yaz, who's 0 for 1. Ground ball to Randolph, slow little roller, throw to first, and that's an out. So 2 out for Fisk, who struck out his first time up. 4-1 Boston, top the third. Only 91 projected in the land of the raisin. Pitch to Fisk. Ball 4. So JT in the Anaheim area. Freddie Lynn is 0 for 1. Fisk on first, 2 out. Second walk from Beatty. And make it the third walk as Lynn will draw the ball 4. 3-1 outside, and Beatty not going to be long for this game. Here's Brohammer. He's 0 for 1. A cool spell is 91, huh? So Fisk on second, Lynn on first. 72 in Maine. About that here in Burlington. Ground ball to Randolph. Throws it over to Chambliss, and that will retire the side. But Jim Rice's 2-run homer, or 3-run homer, no, 2-run homer, highlights a big inning. 4 runs on 3 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Boston 4, New York 1. And so let's take a look at the standings. The Yankees have lost 4 straight. Milwaukee and Baltimore are now a half game back. The Red Sox have won 4 straight. And so they're the ones that have crawled back from 12.5 to 8.5 back. Cleveland still rocking around at 9.5 back. In the West, Texas by a half game over Kansas City. California 2.5, Minnesota 5 back. In the East, you bet that Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, they play 2 doubleheaders. We'll decide, depending on the first doubleheader, if we'll do the second one. They are 1 game apart. In the West, the Dodgers have lost 6 straight, but the Reds and Astros really haven't capitalized. And so the lead is still 3. In fact, the Dodgers have the most wins of anybody in baseball, but Philadelphia now has the best winning percentage. So kind of like an issue of Archie Comics, a little in there, something for everybody. All right, have fun kissing the pussy there, Clinton. Bucky Dent at 240. 3 homers and 18 RBI. Torres now staked to a 4-1 lead. Dent, ground ball to Burleson over to first for the out. Thanks, Tribe fan. I'll be here all the week. Please try the veal. Here's Mickey Rivers. He's singled. He's 1 for 1. Torres threw 9 batters, 31 pitches, 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits and a strikeout. And Rivers grounds out 1 to Yaz. He'll take it to the bag himself for the out, 2 away. Here's Randolph. He's 0 for 1. Pitch to Willie. He drags a bunt down foul. Fisk picked it up, let it roll foul. So 0-2 and 2 out. Torres from the line struck him out. He swung at a bad pitch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 3, it's Boston 1, Boston 4 rather. The Yankees 1. Dewey Evans walked and scored his first time up. Scored on the Remy hit. Hobson and Burleson to follow here in the 4th. There's a line shot to left. It's going to fall in front of Johnstone. And that's the 5th hit for Boston. Yankee Stadium kind of playing big, unless you're a lefty. Batting average -3 for the lefties, -8 for the righties. Home runs at short porch and right, +32. But Death Valley in left center, -10 for the righties. Hobson struck out his first time up. And another balk. So it must be Gardner's getting paid by the balk. Yeah, 11:30 tomorrow, Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Hobson, line drive to Dent. And Evans will stay at second, 1 out. Here's Burleson, 1 for 2. He's doubled, scored, and struck out. So Beatty threw 18 batters, 65 pitches, 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits. The home run to Rice, he's walked 3 and struck out 3. Up the middle, that's going to drop in front of Rivers, and Evans will hold. Although you don't expect Rivers to throw Evans out or Remy to hit a home run, you don't get thrown out on the bases. Possibly, I'm playing the Phillies. Game's in Philadelphia. So Remy 1 for 2. Jerry had that 2-run single in the third. Has driven in 38 and scored once. Still trying to figure out the numbers above the pitcher stat box on the left. That is the probability of what could happen in the at-bat. So Remy, batting average this at-bat is at .289. He's got a 4.1% chance of hitting a double, a 1.8% chance of hitting a triple, a 0.3% chance of hitting a home run, an 8.3% chance of drawing a walk, and a 4% chance of striking out. We just don't really do too much with it. It's also a good indication for me when my pitcher starts to get tired. But that's just to kind of show you, as we go along, what could possibly happen. Pitch to Remy is popped up behind the plate. Munson takes off the mask. A lot of room here in the Bronx, and it's an out, 2 away. So that brings up Rice. He's tripled and doubled, or tripled and homered. His 37th of the year. And he's now driven in 106. He's 2 for 2. So 2 out, runners on the corners. Evans on third, Burleson on first. Pitch to Rice is a little looper into left field. Jim Ed's got a single. Burleson goes to third. Evans scores, and it's 5-1. Yeah, it depends on the batter. I mean, the thing with Action PC, JT, is that it's not an open engine. And so while it doesn't guarantee that any of those things will happen, this kind of shows you what the computer thinks is going to happen. So batter numbers, pitcher numbers, where the infield is playing, that sort of thing. Here's Yaz. He's 0 for 2. No problem. Munson and Beatty go out to have a conversation. Rice on first, Burleson on third. It got away from Munson. Everybody moves up 90 on the wild pitch, and it's 6-1 Boston. So the Red Sox, with the wind now blowing in at 16 from dead center, have come down to New York and just beaten them to a pulp. Go Sox. Oh, I agree, Jamie. The 2-1 to Yaz. And that is going to be a wild pitch on strike 3. So Yastrzemski struck out, but it got past Munson and they couldn't throw him out. So Rice on third, Yastrzemski on first, and Beatty in a pickle. Lorenzo looking for the barf bag. Yaz is 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out. And there's a fly ball to right center. Rivers. Yeah, you don't see it that often in this game at all. Will make the catch. Boston gets 2 more on 3 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Celebrate New England at 6-1 Boston. So Munson, Jackson, and Chambliss to face Torres here in the 4th. Thurman grounded into a double play. His first time up. This time around, it's a ground ball to Burleson over to Yaz, 1 away. So this is the 8th time these two teams have met in 1978. They will play 7 more times unless we get to game 163, because it was 15-10, the alignment between in the division and outside the division. The Yankees have won 4 of the 7, including 3 of 4 at Fenway. Here at the stadium, the Red Sox have taken 2 of 3. Reggie Jackson's 0 for 1. Big Clue is booing already. Pitch to Reggie, ball 4. So 1 out walk for Chambliss, who's 0 for 1. Oh, booing the Yanks, taking 4 of 7. I forgot what they did in real life. I don't believe the Red Sox were even close to the Yankees in real life. Pitch to Chambliss is in the right center. Back goes Lynn to the wall. It's gone. So Chris Chambliss has homered, and it's now 6-3 Boston. So Chambliss got a pitch to drive into that 16-mile-an-hour wind. That ball was hammered. It's about where he put his shot in the 76 ALCS. For his 8th of the year, he didn't have to do, roll block around the fans to score. That brings up Nettles, who doubled his first time up. And that's a single. So that's the 5th hit for the Yankees. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Boston. They've left 5 on because it's the Red Sox. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Yankees, and they've only left 1 runner on so far. Here's White. Roy singled and drove in a run. Really, the Yankees were only 9-7 against the Sox, and in fact, going into the playoff game, then they were 8-7. In the right field for a base hit. So Torres doesn't know the meaning of the word shutdown inning. And with 1 out, Nettles on third, White on first. Or Nettles on second, rather, for Johnstone, who struck out his first time up. Ground ball to Remy, might be 2. Burleson for 1, over to Yaz. They should have him, and they do. But the Yankees get 2 on the Chambliss homer on 3 hits and leave a man on. We've played 4 in the Bronx. It's the Red Sox 6, the Yankees 3. So Lynn, Brohammer, and Evans. And you'd have to think with Beatty at 83 pitches, expected to go 95, this is it. Lynn is 0 for 1 with a walk. JT Dutch tells us the real kryptonite of the 78 Red Sox, besides being Don Zimmer, was the Texas Rangers. They only won 3 of 10 against Texas. Rangers are in first place in the American League West. Pitch to Lynn is a ground ball, base hit left side. So Freddie's on with a single. And that'll bring up Brohammer. Red Sox won last night 16-4, by the way. Brohammer is 0 for 2. Pitch from Beatty is a liner to Randolph. He leaps and makes the good catch, and that'll do it. So Bob Lemon is going to make the move. He's going for Paul Lindblad. I don't know why you would have done that for the lefties. Anyway, Lindblad is with the Yankees the rest of the way. It's only his second night in town. So an inning and 2/3, he gave up 7 hits last night against the Red Sox. 5 runs all earned. He walked 1 and struck out 1. He's a fly ball plus pitcher. Not necessarily a great thing for Yankee Stadium. And the fastball is at 85. He will make a start for New York down the stretch. Evans has scored twice. He has walked and singled. Pitch to Dewey is a liner to Randolph, who makes another great play. 2 out. Butch Hobson is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Lindblad from the stretch struck him out. So Hobson swung on and missed it that way too early. Halfway home here in New York. The Red Sox 6, the Yankees 3. So Jim Rice, with a 2-run shot in the third, was part of a 4-run uprising for the Red Sox. Roy White single home Nettles in the first to make it 1-0 New York. Jerry Remy with a 2-run single made it 2-1. Rice's blast made it 4-1. Then they got 2 more in the fourth, an RBI single by Rice. And Rick Burleson scored on a wild pitch to make it 6-1. Then Chris Chambliss got 2 back, making Lorenzo a happy camper. Red Sox 6, Yankees 3 as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Boost Mobile and Sprint. And a PS5 ad. I didn't realize that was coming out. So Torres, 6 hits through 4 and 3 runs. Beatty's done. 4 1/3 innings, 8 hits. 6 runs all earned. He gave up the home run to Rice. He walked 3 and struck out 4. So Dent, Rivers, and Randolph to face Torres here in the fifth. Bucky 0 for 1. And there's a fly ball shallow right. Evans rides the pony. And 1 out. Here's Rivers. He's 1 for 2. Single. Torres threw 4 1/3, 18 batters, 57 pitches. 6 hits, 3 runs, the homer from Chambliss. Everything's earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 2. Pitch to Rivers. Ball 4. And Torres, or Fisk rather, didn't like that call on 3-1. Al says, I'm not mailing your contract. How do you like Chicago? So Rivers leads off at first. Randolph is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Throw to first. Rivers is back. Yeah, Rice has had a magnificent year. 37 homers, over 100 RBI. And I think, Big Clue says, the Yankees scored 86 runs to 73 allowed, a projected win percentage of .581, but they only won 8 of those 16 games. 8 of the 15. And it would appear the Sox overachieved. And the amazing thing is that when the Yankees played the Red Sox in September, they absolutely beat the snot right out of them. Even the box of Puffs called to apologize. Pitch to Randolph is a fly ball to left. Rice will come in, make the catch for the out. The Red Sox played the first half of the season as they spit all over the keyboard. Yep. That they just no way they could keep up the pace. A box of Puffs. Teams that had a strong second half tend to overperform in replays. I thought Corn Pop was in what at that time? In 1993, the Braves went 13-0 against the Rockies. And the 70 Orioles were 12-0 against the Royals, trying to find season sweeps to determine how legit the Pirates 12-0 against the Dodgers was. You suspect a lot of things for Lorenzo. I'm just as surprised as you are. We only played 2 games. Munson is 0 for 2, grounded into a double play. Rivers on first. And there's a ground ball to Yaz. He'll only play for Munson. He takes it to the bag himself. Rivers goes to second. That's all he needed. That's why. After 5, no runs, no hits, and no errors. It's the Red Sox 6, the Yankees 3. So Lindblad will face... Yeah, the Indians might have went 19-0 against the Tigers a year or 2 ago. Burleson 2 for 3, singled, doubled, scored twice, and struck out. Yeah, absolutely. That's because that's how the games are programmed, Jamie. With the replays, we start with the numbers the players finish with. I can't imagine what the Dodgers did against the Pirates, two good teams, is all that common. In fact, I would say that's pretty uncommon. Pitch to Burleson is a fly ball to left. Johnstone's there. 1 out. Here's Remy, 1 for 3. Has singled. That came in the third. Drove in 2. And scored. Lindblad delivers. To third base, Nettles from the line over to Chambliss. And Remy's running, but he's out. On the bang-banger, 2 out for Rice, who now needs a double for the cycle. He's got a single, a triple, and a home run. And I'm trying to think. I don't ever think I've ever had a cycle. So a double would do it. It's the 6th inning. He should get 2 cracks at it. Anyhow, he's driven in 3. Now he's driven in 107. Pitch to Rice is a fly ball to left. Johnstone in the corner. And it won't happen this time around. The side is down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 5.5, it's the Red Sox 6, the Yankees 3. Wonder if anybody's trying to manage the 78 Sox and leave Bill Lee in the rotation. I'm sure it would make some difference. Remember, the Red Sox had to claw back from 5 or 6 back the last 2 weeks just to force that playoff against the Yankees. But yeah, Bill Lee and the Gerbil were not best of friends. I've heard that myself from Bill Lee. Reggie Jackson's 0 for 1. He has walked and scored. All I know is that in this replay, which seems to be going pretty much as to script, all the races are as tight as you would expect them to be, that the Red Sox are the biggest underperforming team in the bunch. Indians went 18-1 against the Tigers in 2019. Wow. Ball 4. Reggie's on first. Here's Chambliss. Chris hit a 2-run shot in the 4th. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Boston. They've left 6 on. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and they've left on 3. As I said a couple nights ago, the Mets went 11-1 against the 88 Dodgers. And we all know what happened in that postseason. Line drive to right. Evans will dive. And doesn't make the catch. Chambliss is going for 2. Reggie's on third. Evans dove. Got a nice grass stain, but the ball went up on the wall. 10-1 was the record, actually. So, yeah. So, it can happen. And as Lorenzo correctly points out, if it is the Dodgers and the Pirates in the playoffs, then, all bets are off. The records go to 0-0. The 12th game between the Mets and the Dodgers in 88 was rained out. So here's Nettles, is 2 for 2. Craig singled and doubled and scored, and he's now the tying run in the bottom of the 6th. Nobody out. Torres delivers. Base hit right side. Jackson will score. Chambliss will hold, and it's 6-4 Boston. So the tying run is on base, and Roy White is 2 for 2. He singled twice. Drove in a run. Pitch from Torres. Ball 4. So they're loaded for Jay Johnstone, who is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded into a double play. Nobody out. The Dodgers went 11-1 against the Phillies in 83. But the Phillies beat them in 4 in the NLCS, behind 2 great starts by Charlie Hudson. Pitch to Johnstone. Ground ball to Yaz. He'll try for 2. Burleson for 1, and White with a roll block slide. And so there's 1 out. 6-5. Oh, yeah, Nettles is an MVP. Yep, Vince Scully had the call for that. So Nettles on third, Johnstone on first. 6-5. The Red Sox have done their best to give this away. Den 0 for 2. Struck him out. What a huge out for Torres. An 0-2 breaking ball on the outside corner. Got him looking. So 77 degrees here. 77 WABC degrees here. And the wind blowing in at 17 from center field. Here's Rivers. He's 1 for 2 with a walk, and through 27 batters, Torres 91 pitches, 5 2/3 innings, 8 hits, the home run to Chambliss. He's walked 4 and struck out 3, and has now given up 5 earned runs. Pitch to Rivers, line drive, foul right side, and somebody from Massapequa made that catch. So a ball and 2 strikes. Torres is 1 pitch away from getting out of this. He fires. Struck him out. A 1-2 in there for strike 3. So 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the 7th, a barn burner here at the stadium. It's the Red Sox 6, the Yankees 5. So Yaz to face Lindblad. 2 huge strikeouts for Torres. Wowzers. Yaz is a strikeout as well. He's 0 for 3. Got him. Lindblad got him to swing and miss on a 1-2. That's his second. And there's 1 out for Fisk, who was 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Randolph, Munson, and Jackson for the Yankees in the bottom of the 7th. Fisk still working on a 9-game hitting streak. Trying to push that to 10. He will as he puts that one into center field. He's going for 2. The throw from Rivers not in time. And the Red Sox have an insurance run on second. 1 out for Lynn. His single to walked. Pitch. And they walk Lynn on 4 pitches. And we'll change the DH here. We'll go with George Scott at 225 for homers and 27 RBI. 1 out. Fisk gets second. Lynn on first. Lindblad trying to keep the door partially closed. Line drive to third. Nettles is there. 2 out. Brings up Dwight Evans. Dewey has walked, singled, and scored twice. 6-5 Boston. 2 out. Top the 7th. Into shallow right center. Rivers is there, and they strand 2. We go to the stretch at 6-5 Boston. I suppose I can do a vote for the end of the year awards. That would be cool. Lorenzo's feeling his raisins again. Randolph is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Torres has struck out 4 and bailed himself out in the 6th. Yeah, I don't know if the Red Sox can hold on either. Pitch to Randolph is a line drive to Hobson for the out. 1 away. Brings up Munson, who's 0 for 3, grounded into a double play. It'll be Hobson, Burleson, and Remy for the Red Sox in the 8th. Up the middle, a base hit. So the tying run is on for Reggie. He has walked twice and scored twice. He is 0 for 1. And this big crowd in the Bronx is rising as one. 76 degrees. Wind blowing in at 17 from center. Pitch to Reggie. Ground ball to Yaz. He'll throw to Burleson for 1. Back to Carl. And Reggie's safe. But there's 2 out. They get the lead runner in Munson. And that'll bring up Chambliss, who hit his 8th of the year in the 6th. His last time up. He's 2 for 3. He has doubled and homered. So Torres trying to get through. The Brewers' bullpen needed some depends. Pitch to Chambliss. Line drive, foul, first base side. And somebody from Astoria made that grab. A ball and 2 strikes to Chambliss. Torres kicks and fires. Struck him out. They got him. And a third huge strikeout for Torres. No runs. 1 hit, no errors. Had nothing to do with age there, Don Quixote. After 7, Boston 6, New York 5. And yep, Mike Torres has been clutch today. So Hobson, Burleson, and Remy to face Lindblad. Paul, 2 2/3 innings, 43 pitches, a hit. He's walked 1 and struck out 2 and has done yeoman's work as the Yankees have clawed back into this. Hobson has struck out twice. In the left, Johnstone comes in 1 out. Brings up Burleson. He's 2 for 4. He is singled and doubled. Struck out and scored twice. Pitch to Ritt. In the right. Jackson in the right center. 2 out. Lorenzo needs to clear out his hearing aids because the depends joke had everything to do with the Milwaukee bullpen. That's the Mike Torres school of pitching there, JT. There's never an impressive start from Torres. But you look up, he's gone 7-8 innings. He's got them in the lead. And somehow they might hang on to win. That was my childhood all the way through. Here's Remy. He's 1 for 4. He's driven in 2. Singled those 2 home in the 3rd and scored on the Rice homer. Pitch to the Rem Dog is a ground ball to Dent. Russell throws it over to Chris Chambliss, and that will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's the Red Sox 6, the Yankees 5. Nettles, White, and Johnstone to face Torres. Pitch to Nettles, who's 3 for 3. Now he's 4 for 4. Burleson should have made that play. Torres will pitch to White. Roy is 2 for 2. Driven in a run and walked. Torres trying to hang on. Line drive to Remy, who leaps and makes the catch. 1 out for Johnstone, who was 0 for 3 with an RBI, his 3rd, and a strikeout, his 1st, or his 4th. So the go-ahead run at the plate, Dent on deck. Pitch from Torres. Ground ball up the middle. Burleson steps on the bag for 1 over to Yaz. And the side is retired. It's a double play. 6-3. No runs, a hit, and no errors. Oh, I think it's glorious. I think it's miracle grow, to be honest. After 8, it's the Red Sox 6, the Yankees 5. So Rice, Yaz, and Fisk to face Lindblad. Rice has 1 more chance for the double and the cycle. Pitch from Lindblad. That's into center field, but that will be corralled by Rivers. And again, after 40 years, I still have not had a cycle. Here's Carl. Lindblad doesn't get. He still has 15 pitches left. He's only allowed the 1 hit through 4. He might have been. Was Torres the one to hit Dickie Thon? He might have been. Yaz is 0 for 4. He has struck out twice. Dent, Rivers, and Randolph. JT Dutch says he was. Okay. In the ninth for New York. Pitch to Yaz. Up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Rivers dove but couldn't get there. 1 out for Fisk. 1 for 3. Walked, struck out, and doubled. Nettles and Chambliss ride the lines. 10 hits now for the Red Sox. Yankees have 10 hits. Ball 4. And so now you got to wonder if Bob Lemon will go to the pen. Computer's thinking. And the computer thought and will bring in Sparky Lyle. To face Freddie Lynn. We got a pitching change. This game is coming to you from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. So Sparky looking for win number 11. He is 10-2 with a save. He has an ERA of 3.46. His 43rd appearance. His third against his former teammates on the Red Sox. 2 2/3 innings, 3 hits, a run it was earned, a walk and a strikeout, and no record. His last appearance was against the Rangers on the 31st, his future teammates. A third of an inning, a hit, an earned run, and a strikeout. So over 67 2/3 innings, he's allowed 76 hits, 7 homers, 27 runs, 26 earned. He walked 17 and struck out 22. That fastball is only at 83. He is there with 1 out to induce the double play, a sinker. Lynn, 1 for 2. He has walked twice, one of those intentionally and singled. Scott on deck. There's a liner to right. Jackson is there, 2 out. Amish Elvis, how are you? Good afternoon. 2 out for Scott. George came in for Jack Brohammer as a pinch hitter and is 0 for 1. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Boston. They've left out 8. The Yankees, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. And the Bombers have stranded 6. Pitch to Scott, runners go into left field. Johnstone doesn't have to move, and that will retire at the side. Torres is going to get a base runner. We go to the bottom of the 9th, 6-5 Boston. Dent 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Rivers and Randolph to follow. And if you got a fingernail, it's time to bite it. Gary Thomason is going to pinch hit. The lefty at 239. 3 homers and 11 RBI. And they're going to bring in... They're going to bring in... They're going to leave him. They're going to leave him. Well, we'll see if the ghost of Don Zimmer has affected me badly here. Pitch to Thomas in ball 4. And the tying run is on for Mickey Rivers. So that'll bring in Dick Drago. 1-1 with a 4.11 ERA. Rivers is 1 for 3. Drago's 11th appearance of the year, 15 1/3 innings, and a 4.11 ERA. His third appearance against the Yankees, he's gone an inning, allowed a hit and a run. It was earned. He hasn't pitched in 3 weeks. You wonder why the Red Sox are bad? Because the computer wants to use all their starters all the time. Inning and 2/3 against the Twins, 2 hits, a run, it was earned, and a strikeout. So 15 1/3 innings, 17 hits, 2 homers, 9 runs, 7 earned. He walked 4 and struck out 7. It is the computer. Fastball at 88. And a fly ball pitcher. Rivers is 1 for 3. Drago deals, and there's a fly ball right center field. Back goes Lynn. He runs about 40 yards and makes the catch. What a big out, and what a big play by Freddie Lynn. Here's Randolph. He's 0 for 4 with a strikeout. What a play by Lynn. Drago deals. Line drive to Burleson, and there's 2 out. And that'll bring up Munson on the Last Chance Saloon. 1 for 4. Thurman has singled and grounded into a double play. So 46,000 or so at the stadium are on their feet. Drago from the stretch. He delivers into shallow right center, and the Red Sox win the ball game. A huge win for Boston, and the lead now, or the deficit now, is 7.5. They have taken 5 games off the Yankee lead. Welcome to 500. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Boston. A good game indeed. 5 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for the Yankees. Torres goes to 10-9. Hey, yep. Just like the Reds have taken 5 games off the Dodger lead. Ba-doom boom. Torres goes to 10-9. 8 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs. Again, this is a Mike Torres start. A run, 5 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And Drago retires all 3 batters he faces to get his first save. Jim Beatty did not pitch well for the Yankees. 4 1/3, 8 hits, 6 runs all earned. The home run to Rice, walked 3 and struck out 4. Paul Lindblad saved the Yankees bacon. 4 innings, a 2-hit ball. So, it's time for the rest of the day in baseball. On this Thursday, a very short schedule, just 7 games. As we shift to weekend series, we start in Chicago. The Cardinals 13, the Cubbies 2. Pete Vukovich goes to 5-7. The Cardinals pound out 17 hits. Ted Simmons is 16th of the year. Baltimore beats Milwaukee 6-3-10. Tippy Martinez goes to 2-1. Jerry Augustine with a loss. Larry Heisel 3 for 5 with a stolen base. The White Sox beat the Tigers 7-6. Steve Stone goes to 9-6. Colburn 3 for 4, 3 RBI and the triple. The A's beat the Angels 8-7. Bob Lacey goes to 6-9. Glenn Burke, his first of the year. Minnesota, by the way. Oh, the next game coming up. Read them in order, Ronnie. Okay. Rick Honeycutt shuts out the Twins 9-0. The Twins commit 4 errors. Rick Honeycutt goes to 4-7. Jones 2 for 5 with a triple and a stolen base. And have I told you about life insurance? You can get great rates at Geico today. League leaders recap. Not today. We've already gone over an hour. We might do that though between games tomorrow, because dun 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 dun. San Francisco 8, Los Angeles 6. Jim Barr goes to 6-8. Don Sutton goes to 13-9, so the Dodgers definitely are now in full scuffle mode. Rick Monday, however, did hit a home run. He went 2 for 4, now has 13 on the year. Maldito is some sort of Mexican beer, right? So here are the standings as we go into the... Oh, I'm playing the Pirates tomorrow. So the Phillies and the Pirates, 11:30 tomorrow morning for 2. And like I said, they play 2 doubleheaders over 4 days. Depending on the situation, you might get that second doubleheader. It's currently not penciled in. In the National League East, why is this so big? Found right next to the Corona. And you got the lime next to it, right? Put the lime in the coconut. Philadelphia has a game lead over Pittsburgh going in their doubleheader. Montreal 9.5 back. They have a weekend series in Chicago. In the West, the Dodgers hearing footsteps. Cincinnati 2.5 back. Houston and San Diego 6 back. And San Francisco is 6.5. You don't have to worry about Atlanta, though. They're 17 back. Baltimore is in first place in the American League East by a half game over the Yankees, a game over Milwaukee, and 8 over Boston. And in the West, Texas, a half game over Kansas City, 3 over California, and 5.5 over the Twins. The Dodgers play the Giants. The Reds play San Diego. That's actually a big series, too. Houston plays Atlanta. Baltimore this weekend will, and the Yankees. I think that's going to be... Wait, I don't have Baltimore and the Yankees playing? Who the hell did I take? How could I not play Baltimore and the Yankees? All right, we fixed that. We'll see them in 2 days. Baltimore plays the Yankees. Milwaukee plays Boston. So a big series there. In the West, Texas plays Cleveland. Kansas City will host Toronto. And California has Minnesota. Yeah, Toronto's probably overperformed a bit. But someone had to overperform because the Red Sox underperformed. So there you have it. And so tomorrow morning, 11:30, Pirates and Phillies from Three Rivers, a doubleheader. No, the Dodgers game is still on for Thursday at noon Eastern, we think. So until then, I'm Ron Juckett. Give Don Quixote there a pat in the back as he continues to chase windmills. Have yourself a great afternoon, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.